All right, so I was teaching beginners and there was 5 mistakes that they were making at the kitchen line. This tempted them to be in that transition zone or even be all the way back because they don't want to be in the kitchen making those mistakes. I would encourage you players out there to stay at that kitchen line, learn from these mistakes, and get better at that kitchen zone area. So we're going to give you these 5 mistakes and what to do instead the next time you're out playing. I'm Elisha, and this is the Pickleball Journey channel, where we give you weekly tips to help you on your pickleball journey. Stay tuned to the end, where we're gonna give you an advanced tip at the kitchen line so you can improve to that next level. All right, you might think that we're gonna start at the kitchen for kitchen mistakes, but this first mistake, we're actually gonna start at the baseline, and it happens as a return of serve. So the mistake that we see beginners make is the return is not a great one. Okay, so the return that we make is low and it's fast, maybe short, okay? So then we're receiving the ball back very quickly. This doesn't give me time to get into the kitchen, get set up, so we're gonna be making more mistakes at the kitchen area. So what to do instead is make sure that our paddle face is open and we're actually hitting a deep ball high over the net into the court. So it gives us plenty of time to get to the kitchen line, be established, and not already set ourselves back when we're at the kitchen line. All right, so now we've made our way to the kitchen line and we're established. This next mistake we see beginners make is called the prancing pony. Just like prancing ponies, beginners, they move their feet way too much. Especially when they're hitting the ball out of the air, they move their feet, they step in, and they're hitting it while they're in the kitchen. That is a kitchen fault, we lose the point. So instead, what I would like to see is a sumo wrestler technique. So if you see sumo wrestlers, they're like boom, boom, very wide stance, really low, trying to keep themselves balanced. So in the same way, we wanna have a wider stance, slight bend in the knees, our butt back, and our paddle out in front so that we're in that sumo wrestler stance, right? This will enable us to be able to hit the ball out of the air with balance and make sure that our feet are bolted into the ground and we're not moving them, right? If we have to move them, we can take 1 step to the right or 1 step to the left, but we're making sure that we're not moving forward as we're hitting the ball out of the air. All right, let's jump to the other side of the court, just for fun. So now we're in the third mistake. This third mistake is what I call fancy pants. The fancy pants players, when they're beginners, they either hit the ball too hard or they're getting too wristy with their shots. The more motion in a shot, the harder it is to hit it. So make sure that we're keeping our hinges and our body very simple. We're basically shifting our weight and we're keeping our arm locked when we're hitting a dink, when we're hitting volleys, right? Very locked in, very smooth. We're not wristing it. We're not trying to hit lots of spin or hit it hard. We're keeping things simple so that when we improve and be consistent, we can advance to hitting the ball with a little more spin, a little more power. All right, let's jump right into the fourth mistake. The fourth mistake is a lack of anticipation and reaction time. Beginners at the kitchen line a lot of times are like a deer in the headlights. They see the cues of a person winding up, ready to go, hitting a ball hard, and they still don't react to a faster shot, right? So instead, what we're gonna do is make sure that we're seeing that. We're seeing the big windup, that we're noticing, hey, their body language is saying a fast ball. And so we're getting ready for it. We get our paddle up high, and then the contact is made, and then we're just getting our paddle right behind the ball. Another thing that we can do is make sure that we're always ready for a speed up. So often, opponents, they lull us to sleep with these softer shots. So we're just dinking, or they hit a drop and everything is slow, slow, slow. And what do I expect? I expect another drop, right? And then all of a sudden, it's not. It's a speed up. And then all of a sudden, I'm missing it, okay? So when I'm a beginner, I need to make sure that I'm always ready for a ball that's coming fast. I'm always having that paddle up because I can easily adjust to a slow ball, but it's hard to adjust to a fast ball. All right, so we're back over on this side for the 5th mistake and final mistake. This mistake is a lack of patience. You may have heard Justin in the past call it patience ball. So many times beginners, the mistake is they speed up the ball or they try to be hero in the first 4 shots or they try to be a one-shot wonder where they just try to go for shots because they don't have the confidence to make multiple shots in a row. What to do instead is make sure that you are patient. Make sure you're trying to get the ball in play, because if you have longer points, you have more touches on the ball, then you're getting better. If you're just trying to win the point in one shot, that's 1 point gone and you've only hit the ball once, right? You're not getting any better. So make sure that you're doing that instead. You're being patient, you're getting the ball in play, waiting for that opportunity instead of trying to go for that massive shot that you may or may not be able to make. So a bonus tip for the reaction time mistake number 4. Make sure that you find a nice clean wall and tape a line that's 34 to 36 inches. When you go up to that wall, you can practice hitting off of it back and forth so that you're able to work on your reaction time and improve that so that when you're on the court, you're able to react a lot quicker.
Before you go, be sure to check out Carbon Pickleball and use code PBJourney10 for 10% off any paddle or Carbon Pickleball gear.